Hello, I'm back again with another challenge. Although we're still continuing with the 2.6 challenge, which was originally based on the 26 miles for the London Marathon. I just thought I'd keep it interesting, and seeing as we're doing it for hearing dogs for deaf people, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about cochlear implants, which is what I use to hear with. I was born hearing, and then from the age of 13 I went progressively deaf to the point that regular hearing aids weren't working anymore. So I've got what's called a cochlear implant. I like to call it a bionic ear. That is basically an implant that goes into the, it's about this big and maybe that thick, and it lays in the skull of the head, and there's a tiny little electrode, and that goes into that cochlear bone, which is it's very tiny, but if you look at it under a microscope it looks like a shell, so it's called a cochlear bone. And the microbe is about as thin as a human hair, and that's threaded into the cochlea, and it replaces the hairs in the ear that move about when we talk. We've got millions of them with normal hearing, but that just replaces 26. And because I was born hearing, I've got a memory of sound, and the beginning of my hearing loss was just small. So all my formative years are hearing. I've got a hearing brain, work, social, everything from birth up until I would say my mid-20s was just with a small hearing aid, and I got on quite well in general. But then the hearing loss is hereditary. It's called otosclerosis, and it's a thickening of the bones in the ears. So it is triggered off a lot of times by puberty. It's more common in women. Hormones affect it. Certain hormones thicken up the make the thickening of the bone quicker. So things like contraceptive pill would affect it. Pregnancies, that affects it. Hormones really affect it quite a lot. That's probably why it's more common in women. And the name of it again is otosclerosis, and it's spelt how it's pronounced. I could put a link up with this video if you're interested. I'm going to finish this video here and then do another one, because I don't want it to go on for too long. Plus, when I put it on YouTube, I don't want to overload the subtitle options, because the closed captions keep coming out and they've got nothing to do with what I'm saying. But I suppose having the captions is better than nothing at all. So that's a little bit of history of why I speak and interact like a hearing person, and I come across as a hearing person. And that's probably why a lot of people say to me and many other deaf people, "Oh, you don't look deaf." I've come to realise that that's a figure of speech, and what it really means is you don't act deaf, or you don't come across as deaf. So I'm from a hearing world, so I know I don't really like labels, but I do class myself as deafened. Because if you're deaf with a capital D, you're born deaf, you're brought up in a deaf world and a deaf community, probably went to deaf school. I suppose that's, I class myself as deafened, which means I was hearing and now I'm deaf. I've lost all of my natural hearing and I use a processor. In another video I'm going to show you a little bit about the processor and what that does. But thanks for tuning in. We are doing the 2.6 challenge, one challenge every day for 26 days. This is number 14, I think, because I did a 26 sips of wine and I lost track of what I was doing of. I did that one the day before yesterday. Okay, everyone, I'll be back with another video. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.